it's a great night to celebrate the hard work of a lot of young men that have been affiliated with our program for quite some time. And there's a younger player, somebody that's 10 or 11 years old sitting here tonight. It's a real good way to kind of see the hard work that you've put in and how it benefits you one day. But our first speaker tonight goes along with our goals of what we want to be as baseball players. Everybody here has aspirations of playing beyond high school one day. We all want to be college players. And hopefully one day we all get to wear a pro jersey too. So tonight's speakers are going to be able to touch on both of those things. Mark D'Alessandro will be one of our first speakers, will be our first speaker tonight. He's a former coach with us on our 2015 team. His son, Nick D'Alessandro, one of the best players in the state of Illinois last year, has moved on to Purdue. Mark himself played for the California Angels, the Toronto Blue Jays, and our beloved Chicago White Sox. And he's going to touch on some different themes of baseball tonight, but being a former big league guy, that'll be one of our first messages this evening. Mark D'Alessandro.
You know, I'm one of those guys. I like to speak from the heart. You know, I went through it all as a player. I was fortunate enough to play 13 years professionally, parts of 5 years at the major league level. And those times, you know, will always be something I'll always remember. When I was asked to speak tonight, I'm thinking, you know, what kind of message and what do I have to offer? You know, obviously being a parent, you know, having kids, and having a son that was, you know, really involved in travel baseball the last few years, and, you know, did the whole circuit. But I'm also a parent, so I understand, you know, what you parents go through and the things that you guys have to sacrifice, you know, for the kids with the travel and the expenses and all that. So I understand how difficult it is, and you know, I want to applaud you guys. And you know, you guys probably take for granted that this stuff is supposed to happen. You know, and the word entitlement is something that you guys might have to look that up in a dictionary, okay? But some of you young guys, you know, you might think that you're entitled to everything that you get, and you're really not. So it's important that you young guys look to your left and right and thank mom and dad, because they're the most important people in your life. You guys look at it this way: you're probably in the best organization, obviously in the state, and I would go even further, say Midwest, and maybe even the country. What Coach Rich and Coach Tony and Travis and Corey and these guys do, nobody gets this opportunity. If it wasn't for this organization and it wasn't for Coach Rich, my son Nick probably wouldn't be in this situation. As talented as he is, you know, it helps having people in your corner, help pushing you and get you in that right situation. And everybody wants to wear those ACC, SEC colors and, you know, Pac-10 colors, and that's great. But finding the right fit for you guys is what these guys do every day. Okay? I was a 25th man pretty much my whole career, and if you guys know how things work, 25-man roster, that 25th man is pretty expendable at times. Whether it's a 12th pitcher, extra catcher, extra infielder. So my whole career, I had to hang on. And the reason why I stayed in the game for many years is because of my work ethic. And that's the message you get tonight. That's the message I want you guys to take away from this, okay? You talk about working hard, look in the mirror, okay? That doesn't mean you gotta take 200 swings a night, you gotta run 10 miles a day, but look in the mirror. If every day you're giving your all, and you're doing everything you can to be the best player you can be, then you know you're on the right track.
Last Purdue, Chuck Restano from the University of Notre Dame.
I'm not shy about the fact that I really enjoy watching the elite brand of baseball. I have a very personal relationship with Rich. I'm not shy about that. I love the man. I love his kids. Justin, Corey, Travis, I just think what you guys do is the greatest thing in the world. To get connected to a guy like Mark through baseball is unbelievable. The message is the power of baseball connects people that might not have otherwise known each other. So, watching you guys play all the big tournaments, you guys are as close to a college team as I've seen. He comes to college, he's ours. He's ours. And I don't say that with any arrogance or brash nature. I tell you that because that's part of the development process. He learns to be challenged, and that will be the biggest thing when he gets to college is responding to the challenge that comes with being a college athlete. Players, concern yourself with how to meet those challenges. Think about something like a hero's journey, right? You want to be the All-American, you want to be the first-round draft pick. Well, every hero's journey is met with some valleys to go with all those peaks. But the idea is when life hands you poison, when things go bad for you, you alchemize that poison. Yes, I work at Notre Dame, I have extensive vocabulary. You alchemize that poison and turn it into some kind of immunity for you. All right, there's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys. You won't feel that any more than you will in your freshman year. Understand that you're going to struggle. It's an inevitable part of life, and quite honestly, it's an inevitable part of playing baseball at the highest level. The struggle is real, it's absolute, but the response is what's important. What is my response to the struggle? Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Excellence is a habit, right? Training yourself to be great is a habit. Holding yourself to a low standard in the weight room, in the bullpen, in the batting cage, will yield a low standard of performance. Train yourself to be excellent. Hold yourself to a high standard, and it does not guarantee success, but it gives you the best opportunity to have success. This is the first step for all of you guys. And right now you should be proud of where you are, because it's a night you've taken to celebrate what you've done, and it's significant. But you don't want too many of these nights on your journey. Spend some time, enjoy it. You deserve it. Your parents deserve it. Right? But the journey never ends. The work is still has to get done. Right? If you spend too much time reflecting on how good you've been, somebody's going to pass you by.
Travel baseball has given me another family over the last 12 years that will last a lifetime. I've created relationships with the guys I've coached with that I really can't explain, other than extremely special. I still talk to a lot of our 2015 guys a few times a week about anything and everything. They call me the best of times and even the worst of times for advice, or just to talk about personal life, grades, baseball. And to me, that's the best part of this whole thing. When Justin asked me to take the position of professional and collegiate liaison for Elite, besides my coaching duty, my mouth was watering. I was like, yes, before he even stopped talking, because I'm so passionate about the game of baseball and the players and families that are in this organization. I gave him my word that I would do my best to make him proud and help the players under the umbrella achieve their dreams and aspirations to the best of my ability. I promised myself that I would give each family my best every day, no matter what the situation was. I've tried to stick to that promise every day, and I encourage each player out here to challenge yourself to something you want to be accountable for every single day. If you do that truthfully, then the sky's the limit for each and every one of you. Just ask our 2015 or 2016 team that. It will not be an easy journey, I can promise you that, but it will be a rewarding one when it's complete. The constant message from this team that they gave to me and Mike was they wanted to be the best that they could. Some had more talent than others, but each one wanted to be the best player that they could be to contribute to the overall effort of our team. And that's why we've had success over the years. They basically bought into whatever we asked them to do, and they decided to handle their role, whatever that role may be. I'm sure some of them wanted more than others, but they decided to buy into that role and give us everything they had. And that's why we had the success that we had.